Holy moly, can you believe it? We are up to part 7 of making my Holly the Heroic cosplay, and today we are making her fire poker weapon. I've got this piece of dowel I'm going to use and had a look at the end for a reference image. I crumple up some tinfoil and make a shape I like and cover that in foam clay. I also make a little knob at the end of the dowel and I'm going to stick the fire poker top onto that. Once the clay is dry, I give it a good sand and stick it on the end of the knob with contact cement. For the handle, I just drew up a picture using a reference image and stuck 2 pieces of foam together with contact cement. This will give me the thickness I want for the handle, and after that I end up tracing the handle pattern onto the foam, cutting it out with a sharp scalpel knife. And I also add on some extra foam just to give it a bit more of a 3D effect. Once I've got my 2 sides, I Dremel out the middle so I can stick it onto the dowel and cover that with foam clay as well. Once that's dry, I give it a really good sand and I go in with my Dremel just to add some little dots back into it. Annoyingly, I have lost my Flexibond primer, so instead we're going to prime the whole thing with Mod Podge just to give it a smooth base to spray paint onto. Once that's dry, I'm going to dry brush gold onto it. This will hopefully make it look like metal. Lastly, I'm going to seal the whole thing with matte varnish. And just like that, it's time for the reveal. Here it is. I really like how it turned out. I think it gives the illusion of it being metal. I know this was a bit of a quick project, but I've still got a few more accessories to make before we can call this thing completely done. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye!